Well, welcome in. I'm so glad y'all decided to join me in the kitchen today. For this episode, or whatever y'all want to call these little cooking shows, this episode, or whatever, this video, we're going to make Sue's baked beans. And they can be Sue's baked beans, Sue's cowboy beans, whatever y'all want to call them. This is the way Sue does her beans, and I just love them. So, I'm giving it a shot. So, here goes. First, we need a pound of hamburger meat, which mine is a guesstimate of a pound. And I have browned it and drained it into the garbage bowl. So, there's our hamburger meat. Then we need a can of Great Northern beans. I'm going to try to show y'all. We got Great Northern beans. And I'm going to rinse these, okay, or at least just drain them. She doesn't rinse hers, so I'll just drain them, okay. There's our Great Northern beans, and a can of lima beans, can of limas. We're going to drain those off. She said if they're in a liquid, to drain them off. All right, so we did that. Now then, these we don't drain. This is our pork and beans. She uses 2 cans of pork and beans. I'll get the top off of this one. Oops. There's 1 can of pork and beans. And here's the second can of pork and beans. This can is wanting to be stubborn. Here we go. Second can of pork and beans. Pork and beans. I didn't see pork in there, did y'all? They're skimping on the pork these days and just giving you the and beans, I believe. All right, now then, she says a small onion and a medium green pepper, which that's about what I've got right here. So I'm just going to, this was left over from something else. So there we go. That looks good to me. There's a little bit of celery in there, but I'm going to throw it in there. I believe it'll be just fine. There's not enough celery to hardly even make a taste. All right, now then we're going to mix this up. We're going to mix all this up. This is all of our beans. Y'all see, I believe y'all can see good down in my bowl today. Never know if y'all can see or not. Now then, her recipe says to put it in the crock pot and let it cook on low for 2 hours, on high for 1 hour, or she says I leave it on low all day long, which I guess you could. Would not hurt a thing. But, and we haven't added our barbecue sauce yet. We got to add a cup of barbecue sauce, or maybe a little more, she says. So, here we go. A bean jumped out of the bowl. So let's put this in there. Let's see. I can see the 1 cup measure right over there. This is a 2 cup. I'm going to put about a cup and a half because she says she adds a little more. So there's our cup and a half of barbecue sauce. Well, I'm going to put mine in the oven and bake them rather than in the crock pot. And I browned the hamburger meat. I guess I told you that, didn't I? Browned it, put salt and pepper on it. Here we go. And that's what they look like. Don't they look yummy? All right. I've got a dish right here, just a Pyrex dish. And I'm only going to cook about half of these, y'all. The other half, because what are you going to do with a half a can of beans? I mean, it's kind of hard to half a can of beans, isn't it? Guess you could buy smaller cans if you could find them. But there we go. Now the other half of these, I'm going to freeze. I said I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to see if it works. If it doesn't, I would have ended up throwing them out anyway because we would not eat that many beans at one time. There is just no way. That's just way too many beans. So I'm going to give it a try. But on mine, and she doesn't do this, I don't think, but I'm going to lay some bacon across the top because what's baked beans without bacon on the top? And I'll probably put about 4 slices across here, just like this. Right like that. And put that in the oven and bake it. I'm going to bake it on 350 until it's bubbly all the way through because it's all already cooked, y'all, except for the green pepper and the onions, right? So I'm going to put this in the oven in a little bit, bake it till it's bubbly all the way through, and that's going to be part of our supper. We're having hamburgers and hot dogs and baked beans and potato salad for supper tonight. So, sounds like a holiday, which it is. It is a holiday today. Today's Memorial Day. It's kind of dreary. It has been so cold here. Yesterday it was cold. It was rainy. I thought I would freeze to death. I thought this is the coldest it wasn't even out of the 50s. It was so cold. And I thought it just felt like fall or around Christmas time even when it was just cold and rainy. It poured the rain all day long. It just poured. So it's supposed to clear up tomorrow and be sunny and in the 80s the rest of the week. And y'all know I just cannot wait because I am a sun-loving girl. So I am going to put this in the oven, let it bake while we get everything else together. I'm going to put the rest of these in the freezer, freeze those, and see how well they do. And I'll let y'all know in a future show, future video, episode, whatever y'all want to call these, how my beans did. We'll get them out of the freezer and bake them at some point because we'll have hamburgers and hot dogs again because that's something we do a lot in the summertime. So I'll be back after a while and show you all how these do. Okay, I'll see you all after they come out of the oven. Okay, y'all, here's our beans. They're finished, they're cooked. Look at them, aren't those pretty? That bacon on top. And they are too hot to taste right now. But we're going to have these tonight with our potato salad and our hot dogs and hamburgers and our chili and all the good stuff that goes for that kind of a meal. And that's going to be all for this one. Y'all give me a big thumbs up, like, share the videos everywhere you can. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment, leave me lots of comments, and ring the bell for notifications. That way you get notified every time I put up a new video so you don't miss one. That's going to be all for this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.